Hi, my name is Matthew Falcone, and I am the Senior Vice President of the Board of Trustees at Rodef Shalom Congregation. We're here today to talk a little bit about the stained glass windows, their history, and their need for restoration. So the windows that are behind me are a combination of new windows that were constructed specifically for this sanctuary and older windows that came from our building downtown. Now, in 1907, when this building was constructed, the stained glass windows that are to the left and right of the central lancet were taken apart panel by panel and put on horseback, covered with straw, and then pulled up to Oakland, where they were reassembled in the space that you see them today. Because they are significantly older than the other glass in the sanctuary, they underwent a substantial restoration campaign a little over 20 years ago and are in fantastic shape. The lancet windows in the center of the sanctuary, so those that are green and blue and red in color, are the ones that were constructed specifically for this space. And those windows are in need of restoration. Now, what happens over time is because of the acidity in the atmosphere and all of the moisture that's kind of inherent in smoggy, smoky Pittsburgh, is that the lead that binds the window and the pieces of glass together begins to soften and fail. In order to do the restoration, we'll need to take the window apart panel by panel, remove all the strands of the old lead from each of the pieces of glass, reconstruct with new lead, and put into place in their current openings. But this time we'll do it without the hay. One of the most magnificent things about these stained glass windows in particular is that each of them has a dedication plaque at the bottom. And in those dedication plaques, you see names like the Rubens and the Clays and the Guggenheimers and the Rosenbergs, the Hanauers. And each one of those people came together and donated to make these windows possible. But when you dig into their history and who they were and what they accomplished, some were whiskey distillers, some were furniture makers, another one was a social activist for women's causes. They are the heart and soul of the congregation, and they really capture our story and highlight the difference that each individual congregant can make as part of Rodef Shalom. When I look at these windows, I see that they're a reflection of our own story as a congregation, but I also see that they're being pulled down by their own history. The weather, the pollution, and time has all done damage to these windows, and it's up to us to ensure that they're around for another century or two for future generations to come. Thanks to a generous grant by the Buncher Foundation, which will match each dollar 2 to 1, we have an opportunity to ensure that these windows will remain part of our history. To donate or to learn more, please click on the link below or go to rodefshalom.org/restore.